All right, Evan, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. So lots to discuss here. Market's closing in about 4 minutes. Spider's really getting a push here. So obviously, the Fed's going to taper, which obviously means that buy the market, right? Obviously, everybody should know that. But in any case, yeah, Spider's really liking it. Now, the one thing I mentioned in the stream earlier when we were streaming this live is that so if we pull the charts back here, we can look in September, we started selling off. And you could make a case that this was the market pricing in the tapering. And now, things got too bearish and smart money just started buying ahead of that, knowing that it was going to be priced in. And essentially, the Fed is going to taper by 15 billion a month, or to start off with anyway, which is exactly what was expected. So the market got what it expected. It's not like we got a surprise. So that is probably why we're rallying here. And the Q is really taking charge as well, up 1.1%. And that is with, the Fed tapering. So that's a bit of departure from what we're used to seeing. You typically yields up is bad for tech, but whatever. Market is what the market is, and then it's going to do what it wants to. IWM on breakout now. We could probably get up to, like I said, the mid 240s, somewhere in that range. Will probably stall out a little bit, but we'll continue to watch it. It is, on breakout for the time being. With the members today in Patreon, we did take profits on Ollie. So we got in at 66.68. We took first half off the other day on a Pierce of 70. And then we sold today at 74.99 the second half. So nice gain, 8.5% gain there. And look at that. So we sold right here at 74.99. One little pop out of it, and then it rolled right over. So really nice exit for us there. We had a bit of a rough month in October. Well, not really rough. I guess we were basically flattish. But this trade right here already paid for our losses last month, as well as the Avis short yesterday, which was 13-14% in just a few hours. I wish I had held my I had a runner position on this yesterday. I kind of wish I had held it because it got a little bit lower than where we sold it. But this one just kind of stalling out right now, and it is still skewing the Dow Transports chart. That is why I'm kind of using the IYT a little bit, because it doesn't have a car in it. So you get a little bit better reading on the IYT right now. But in any case, Carvana, totally crazy. Meme stocks running a little bit today. GameStop up 5%, got all the way up to 250 at one point. BlackBerry was running, got all the way up to 1230. You see this inside bar here. Had a target of about $1.50, and if you add $1.50 to the low here, it's about 1230, 1232. That's right in the range of where that inside bar should play out, and that's basically where it got to before pulling back today. AMC also gapped up today and was up almost to that 45 handle, up 5% right now. But again, meme stocks are starting to run. Tesla's finally starting to get a bid. It is making a new all-time high here. It was kind of muted. It had a bit of a muted response to the Fed, but now starting to catch some legs here. So this is looking like a risk-on scenario, and we are probably headed for a melt-up. Bitcoin did have a quick dump on the FOMC news, so somebody quickly sold. Maybe they were just trying to shake people out. That's actually probably what it was. A quick little shakeout, and now Bitcoin higher. So it looks like we're going risk on. It looks like we're going to go into a melt up mode, and we could be headed for some type of a blow off top. And now that doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. I don't think it's necessarily going to happen in November, but I think towards the end of the year, maybe, and sometime early next year, we're going to have to be really careful with this market. VIX also getting hammered. Not quite down to my buy level yet, but it's getting there. We're getting close. Yeah, VIX, coming off the lows in the last 10 minutes here. Market's about to close in 15 seconds. But yeah, VIX really, really getting hammered, and that is juicing the markets up. Let's talk about the dollar really quick. So dollar index, let's look on the intraday. All right, yeah, so now markets are closed here. There's the bell. So dollar index came down initially on the news, then bounced right back, and then it got pinballed right back down by the close, the 3 p.m. close for Forex. But if you look on the daily time frame, it is still a really bullish pattern. Look at this move from Friday, and we're still in the upper 25% of that, of this candle. So that is a bullish pattern here. And again, we're going to keep talking about this weekly pattern until it changes, but this is a bullish pattern on the weekly. So we're still seeing a bit of a divergence here from the dollar and the equity markets, you know, which can take some time to play out, but it is noteworthy. So let's just keep that on the radar. Let's look at yields. Again, we're probably looking for a move back to 1.4, but until then, you know, it's just kind of in this range here. And again, even with the IWM moving higher and even the Fed announcing taper, that doesn't mean that yields are going to go straight up. So just be, you know, aware of that. But I still think yields have one more pullback in them in the near term. Let's take a look at crude. So crude looks like that 85 handle. Looks like I hit the top pretty much to the head. I said 85 bucks is going to be short-term resistance, and crude coming back in pretty sharply off of that. This will have support at 77, 50 MA, pivot high. If we look at the weekly, you got the 20 MA upsloping here, pivot high. So this may get down to, you know, 76, 77, but then I think it probably has one more leg up to about 90 bucks. And I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks, and nothing's really changed in regards to that. But just to give you a bit of an update there, it does look like 85 is a short-term top for crude. Nat gas, on the other hand, is getting a bid here. So off the lows nicely. This is kind of just in a range right now, and it's kind of doing some backing and filling. And it's going to have to do more backing and filling if it's going to get through 650. So that is that. Gold, interestingly enough, gold got hit a little bit. Came way off the lows. You can see the GLD there. So I tweeted this out earlier. I said, look at, there's, you know, gold's getting hit this morning. So that is probably pricing in a little bit of a higher yield. And that's essentially what's happening. Essentially, it's priced in taper talk. But gold did come off the lows, as did silver. This is a nice bullish pattern here on silver. Get rid of this fib. So this is a nice bullish pattern here on silver. A little test candle and a rally back up. Good volume there. Platinum also holding this trend line for now, so, and this green bar, so platinum is in good shape, and palladium is still kind of stuck in this range, but if it breaks out of this little flag, you could have upside back up to 22 in the near term. So palladium looking decent as well. Let's see, I don't think there's too much else to cover. Let's take a look at copper, because copper got hit a little bit. It did finish kind of flattish, but again, still held this weekly green bar. If it loses that though, copper is going right back to $4, so just be aware of that. But copper holding up for now. I think that's about it. XLF had a nice day. JP Morgan came off the lows a little bit. Bank of America had a nice day. Wells Fargo printing another 52-week high. HSBC was holding up, so financials doing well. KRE, I said this yesterday. If IWM breaks out, KRE and KBE are going to be areas you want to look at to potentially play to the upside, because they are going to run with the IWM. But in any case, I'll wrap it up here. I think that's about all I had to cover. So anyways, guys, yeah, take care. I will talk to you tomorrow. And yeah, guys, have a great rest of your night.